So today we're doing a getting started guide to Mem. We're going to explore how it works as a note taker, giving you the basic tour around this application to see whether it's right for you. Before we begin, I am an investor in Mem, so you can find a little bit more detail about how that affects some of the videos here on Keep Productive, and you can check out our brand new course that dives into Mem from start to finish. So if you want to check that out and go much deeper than what we've done here, then you can find that in the link in the description. So here we are with Mem, and what's weird about Mem is it's sort of like an amalgamation of different types of experiences. You can create notes here, you can add tasks, you can also create calendar notes as well. We're going to show you some of the basic abilities and tour you around that and give you an idea of who this is most suitable for. So as you can see here, I can start typing away and I can create a brand new note. Now inside of Mem, you don't actually get a header, so you have to add a header. Let's type in new note. Now you can see the whole screen's disappeared as I'm typing. That's just a setting. Don't worry, you can turn that off if you do want to, but when you move your mouse around, you can see any notes that are connected on this right-hand side. Now this uses similarly titled notes to bring you suggestions, but as you start typing, and if you're on the premium account, which is called Mem.x, you can get suggestions on contextually relevant mems that are in your account, which is helpful for building up connections and things like that. Talking about connections, if I press the plus button, I can naturally type away and connect stuff in my account. So if I wanted to connect my 2022 goals, I can bring that up here. So one thing I can do is I can also create notes from scratch. So let's say I wanted to create 2024 goals. Then what I can do is I can click into this whilst holding Command and actually open this up as two notes in one. And as a user of Mem, one thing I really like is the fact that you've got two notes next to each other. You can move them about and naturally start writing away. So this is great if you're doing some research or you're bringing up some notes, which is really cool. So notes are very basic to some extent. You can use a slash command to bring in a template, which is probably one of the more beneficial, more in-depth intermediate features that you can dive into, or you can attach files and images. So let's say I was using this one for maybe meeting notes, and I'm going to put slash today because that's when I'm going to type in for today. Now I can use one of the meeting notes templates that I created, and I can start using that straight away. So the templates function meant to save you a bit of time and be able to connect stuff up there. So one of the other things you can do inside of Mem is utilize an inbox. So you have an inbox area where for anything you want to capture, it goes here. Whether that's a tweet you want to capture using Mem it inside of Twitter, whether you want to capture it using Mem Spotlight, which is essentially Mem's capture function. So you can do this over the top of anything you're working on and capture the website, text, whatever you like into Mem easily, and or anything you send in through email. You can forward stuff through email. It all goes here into your Mem inbox. You can even bring stuff in from emails that you've connected to your Mem account. So you can start to see them all here. You can see all of my notes in the timeline view down here. Now here, I can go ahead and create a note for a meeting. So once I connect my Google Calendar, I can naturally have some meeting notes around this. But in this case, I probably wouldn't have any meeting notes for a work party, but you can see the concept over here. So there's other things you need to know about Mem. Let's say I wanted to delete all of the stuff I just added and I wanted to add some tasks. So all I do is add a little checkbox and I type in like, buy jazzy outfit, and I go over to the task section. You can see here the task now lives inside of my tasks area in Mem, and I can do a few things with it. I can send it to this weekend, for example. This is basically just snoozing it, or I can hide it. Now, your tasks don't necessarily have to be tasks that have to be actionable. You can create checklist-based mems and things like that, which is very helpful, but they're just helpful for being able to add a bit more context. So that's how tasks work inside of Mem. And naturally you can find the tab up here. Now another feature that you might be looking at as well is the ability to connect people. So if I typed in, say, John Appleseed, I can go ahead and create a person called John Appleseed in my account. Now I can share it with him if I want to, but I don't actually know someone called John Appleseed. And you can see here that I have another note that I've created, with reference to John Appleseed. So if I go to this person, I can now see any notes that are correlated to it. So you can connect this to anyone in your email, and what's nice is it starts to make an auto connection with other people. So the more you use this, the more connections are made and the more links are created. So it's really interesting to see how the people connection works inside of Mem. Now, if you're looking at this, I'm gonna make a few suggestions. You can use it with other people. So here's my recommendation. Mem doesn't really know what it is yet. It's still evolving and growing, and there are some really cool smart AI features which we've dived into in the course in this application. However, it doesn't know what it is yet. So I'm currently using it as a note-taking application. I'm using it as very much a text-orientated note application, and I'm using it to create. One of the features I love is a template function. So being able to quickly add a template and be able to use it in text, I really like that. So this is more ideal for people who like capturing stuff fast, people who use Twitter a lot and email for capturing, and also they like light abilities with calendar, event, and task function. So this one's a bit of a weird one. I would say if you're not looking for the complexity of, say, Obsidian or Logseek or Roam, but you are looking at something slightly more advanced in a way than Evernote and some of the other more basic ones. It's somewhere in the middle. It's got the complexity of being able to create relationships between people, events, notes that you've already created, but that simplicity that you get with other applications in terms of the sort of understanding of how it works. So that's how I view Mem. That's a short overview of it, and hopefully it helped you to make a better decision about whether it's right for you. Thank you very much, folks. If you're new to Keep Productive, please do subscribe. And if you're interested in the Mem Made Simple course, find it below. Thank you very much, folks. I look forward to seeing you in a future video. Cheerio. Thank you very much for watching today's video. If you're interested in checking out some more, you'll find them here, and also you can subscribe to as well. It'd be great to have you here to optimize your tool. And if you're interested in our new email newsletters or our Bento application, or even Toolfinder, which is a new tool that we've created to help you find the perfect productivity tool, you can find it linked in the description.